Okay, lesson 4, modifying fields in the data sheet. We're going to go over field properties, adding fields, renaming, deleting fields, moving columns, hiding, unhiding, changing widths, and freezing columns. Alright, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go through, open this address book template here, and then we're going to go through change a field type. So we want to come over to email, and if we type something in, we'll notice that it's not hyperlinked when it should be. So we're going to go to Table Tools, Fields. So Table Tools, Fields, and then right here Data Type, Short Text. We want to change this to a hyperlink. So now it's going to be changed to a hyperlink, and then we could go in, put whatever we wanted to. We put the email address and then edit hyperlink, make sure everything's right there. So that's how you do that. So we're not going through the email part again. You want to make a field required. So if you want to force them to enter their email address, put a check mark next to required. Again, this is under Table Tools and Fields, so put it under required. If it has to be unique, which means someone can't enter their information with the same email address more than once. So you want to make it unique. So if there is a duplicate email, they'll get an error saying, you know, an account already exists with this or something similar to that. Okay, to add a field by right clicking, you want to right click on the column header, and you'll see that says insert field. If you right click in one of the actual rows, you don't get that option, so it has to be on the header. So right click your header, first name, insert field. It's going to insert a field to the left, and then you could just come up top, double click, and then change the name to whatever you wanted to there, like we did previously. Alright, adding a field from the ribbon, we're going to click an address field. So we're going to actually click down here, and then we just want to add a text field. So click short text right here, and it automatically adds here. And then again, you can change the name to, you know, age or whatever, like we did previously. Alright, rename a field. If you want to rename field 1, just double click, like I said a while ago, prefix, and then we'll do that. We'll go ahead and do that. Alright, to move a column, you want to click the, we'll say email, and we want to move the email before the physical address. So you just click and drag it like so. So again, to make that work, you have to click on the heading, select the whole column. You'll have like a little down pointing black arrow. Let go of the mouse, then click on it and hold down the mouse button. And when you do that, you'll notice you have that little black bar. Now where that black bar goes is where you're going to drop it. So in between last name and address, so we let go of the mouse, and then it moves the column that way. And you can move these columns, once you do this a couple times, it becomes real simple. The biggest thing people have problems with, after you select it, you have to let go of the mouse button, then come back, click on it, hold the mouse button, and then let go when you get it where you want it. Okay, you want to delete a field. We want to delete the age field, or any field, city, doesn't matter. You can right click the header. Again, you have to do the header. You can't just do inside the records. So right click the header. It's going to say delete field. It's a permanent. When you can't undo, hit yes, and then you have that. You do have undo and redo up here, but you'll notice that deleting, like we talked about previously, you can't undo a lot of stuff that you delete in Access. Alright, hiding, unhide columns. If you didn't want to show the first name, click on the column heading, right click, go to hide fields, and you'll notice that it's gone. Now it's not deleted, it's just hidden from the screen. And then if you also wanted to hide the phone number, you could hide it also. Alright, now to get them back, in case you hit the wrong one, right click on any of them, any heading, go to unhide fields. You'll notice first name, just put a check mark on it, phone, put a check mark there. And then if you wanted to hide something like the click to add, you wanted to hide this one, you put a check mark right there, hit close, and you have that. Okay, changing the column widths, you'll notice right here on their address or street address, it's cut off. So just like in Excel, put your cursor between the columns, the column headings, and you'll see that your cursor turns into a double-headed arrow pointing left and right. Okay, when you're on this spot right here, and you gotta go kind of slow to get over it, if you double click, then it's gonna auto fit it for you. Now if you select multiple columns, you can do multiple auto fits. Double click and it'll shrink all of them down. Another way to do this, some of my students don't like, they can't comprehend double clicking between the columns. If you right click on the column heading, you can go to field width and you have best fit. So you have that option. Again, you just right click on the column heading, go to field width, best fit. And again, you can do that. You could do multiple of those if you need to also. Alright, and the last thing, freezing fields. I'm just going to move this to show you all how this works here. Alright, if you wanted the ID and first name to always be on screen, then you right click, select whatever you want. It can be something over here if you want to. Okay, we'll freeze this address field. Right click, freeze fields. It's going to move it all the way to the left. Now if you had more information on your screen, so I'm going to make mine a little smaller just to show how this works. When you freeze this field and you scroll, that one field or group of fields, because you can have more than one, stays on screen as you scroll across. So if you have a lot of data and you lose like the person's name or that the data goes with or something similar to that, then if you freeze the field, it'll stay on there as you scroll across through your other columns. Now to unfreeze it, you just simply right click, unfreeze all fields, and then it's not frozen anymore, and it's will scroll. But you'll notice that after you unfreeze it, you may have to physically move it back over to wherever it should go. And that's it for lesson 4.